has said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Start the game. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Offense working from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it out quickly. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team. You know, it's funny, I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
A run for the quarterback. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive.
Turning it on! Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
And the Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Finding an escape route. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Horned Frog just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Motion from the wideout. Going with the ground game left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. A designed run for the quarterback. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
And the Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Trying to pay it off on second and goal. They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. On second and goal, he gets another chance. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Here they come to give it another shot on third and goal from the 3. Now on the move. Tried to get there by himself, and he is stopped short, and it'll be fourth down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here's the return from inside his 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. He gets it into enemy territory, and that return has them in business at the 42-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
Now on first down from the 30. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man to the left. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Quarterback moving. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the mark. Touchdown, Miami! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? You see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Bringing it back. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Wide receiver comes in motion. It's a draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. possession.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
Motion from the back. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense?
Tight end trying to get in. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Kane. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Isaac. Caught near the sticks. It's Spears. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Horned Frogs have their offense in high gear. Handoff from the gun. Breaks into the open. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, TCU!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. There, brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good.
Miami 14, TCU 9.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Going right to work up top. He uncorks one deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Might be changing the route. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Isaac. The screen, he's got wheels. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. On the move. Pass to sticks him still on his feet. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And, RD, it's completely changed the game. Like, now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
The Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got his man. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Quarterback keeps it. Keeps it himself and gets the first. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. The corners are walked up tight. Try to barge their way in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Back to throw, it's Isaac. They go to the wide receiver screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
One more snap coming before halftime. The option look. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Let's go. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at 30. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The run to the left. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick it off to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and carries. They won't get it. It's a touchdown.
We just went to half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
Working that left side now. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, TCU. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 4 over Minnesota. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll start this third quarter with a run. There he goes. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Scrambling away. Going to try to get it himself. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Griffin. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Canes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Got enough space. Touchdown, Hurricane. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Looking for blockers. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Running into the open space. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking for a man. It's Isaac. Now improvising. Firing to the right, complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to go up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Hauls it in. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his tight end. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Miami. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can this guy do?
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Isaac. Caught. Smashes ahead. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge gain. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on 1st down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Working the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. Quick step and go. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And the Horned Frogs have this offense rolling. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's got the tight end. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good match.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll take it himself. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They go to the ground. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The hand to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
3rd down coming up.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A little release to the back. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. At the 20. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
Third down and long is the hardest down to execute in football, but this offense made it look easy. Nice job being aggressive, making the big play down the field, and now set up in a position where they can go get a touchdown on first and goal.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on first and goal. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
I don't care how many plays I gave up to get down here. I got to bow my neck now. I got to make plays now. Great job by the defense forcing a negative play in a crucial situation.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's moving out of the pocket. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. The offense changing the play. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Nice move there. Quarterback trying to do it himself, but he will not get there. It'll be fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. It's good, and that was dead solid, perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a close game. They're up by 7 over Illinois. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're working that left side. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
And the Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back in.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's loose. He'll work his way down to the 28. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Pulls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it on the run. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So will the defense try to keep it all in front, or will they go after the quarterback here and try to end it? He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Somehow fits it into a host of defenders.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. To the air. It's Isaac. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain. Now they're forced to punt.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down conversion.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Trying play action. Buys a little extra time. Look out, he's got room. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
Thanks so much for spending